And I'm separating each video here, so it's
You will
two
need
separate videos.
your sheet of paper, and we can also cut this out so it can be a cover for the book itself. So this is the same way. Well, first you're going to fold it in half, long ways. And I think this would work good if you get paper that has two different colors on each side. Like one side is white, the other side's black, or blue and red, or whatever. Because the pockets will then have different colors, I think. So you fold it in half. And right now you're going to fold your pockets of your book so you can make them however big you want. From the instructions, it usually says up to like 1.5 inches or half an inch. Or an inch, sorry. And so I just kind of eyeball this and just put it right on the third. But you can always measure it out. It won't really matter since that's just how big your pocket's going to be. And when you fold the other one, you want to do the same thing where it lines up to this edge right here. Because you want both sides to be even for when you fold the book out for it to actually have the pockets in. Okay, so you have this already. And then you're going to grab one end and you're going to fold just a small slit. It recommends anywhere from 1/4 inch or 1/8 or however much you want. I usually do, looks like about 1/2 inch or 3/8 of an inch if you want. Okay, so you have this, and you're going to want to fold what you have now in half. So we'll do that. And sometimes since this paper's kind of thick, you can use your own folder. If you can't see it, but yeah. And when you get thicker paper, of course, when you fold it, sometimes it'll pop open some of the edges, and that's all right sometimes, but you gotta be careful. So we have these, and then we'll fold these out. And if you don't fold on the right way, you can always fold it back. Of course, you can fold this however you need to once you get closer towards the end. So you're just folding in what you have left. It's exactly the type of folding as the X-Book. Okay, and so since you have this out, you're going to cut a slit, just like the X-Book, right in the middle for the first or the middle two rectangles. So we're going to do that. And then this, you're going to do it the same way. You're going to pinch in and kind of just bring it out, just the same way as the X-Book. And this way you have your pockets. And it has this small little slit right here. It's meant to be glued, so you can have that glued in. And then you kind of just fold this in.
So what's
press
the name
it
of this one again? I'm sorry.
It's an X-Book with a pocket.
Pockets.
Yeah, with pockets. And since this paper's kind of thick, of course, when you fold in, the edges aren't going to be matching up towards, the other edges, but it's all right because we're going to put a cover on this. I think the measurement of this is 2 3/4 for the height. And we could either do 3 or to that specific size. I'm just going to cut this out real quick. And you don't have to put a cover if you don't want to. It still looks just as good. Just depends on your intention or what you want to put in the book or what you want to do with the book. Yes, that one's just like it. Okay. So since I have that, I'm just going to fold this a little bit in. And you can do the exact measurements if you want to, like 1/2 inch or 1/4 or 3/8 or 3/4 or whatever. So since we have that, this is just going to go on this side, and that way you can measure the thickness of the book to it. Since I have this much left, I'm just going to cut this out and fold it back in. And with the ends, you just glue them in, and you have a small little cover of a different color. Or if you guys print something out, you can have a cool cover up.
Could you staple it too?
Mm-hmm. You could staple it if you want to. It's like any type of adhesive, or just to bind it together any way you want, really.
And that would probably staple, since it's such a smaller book, really easily too.
It's about a 1/4 inch that you're.
Mm-hmm. I usually do 1/4 or 1/2. And there you go, small little book, and it has that cut in, pockets. You guys can put whatever you want, little things. And if you guys
Little
make this,
kids will like
yeah,
that.
if you make this different dimensions, just make sure you ratio them up. If you want to make them larger or even smaller.
If
But
you
yeah.
use fabric as a cover, would
You
you
can.
have to use that stuff on there, or could you just cut the fabric for
Probably
this?
just this end right here, so it can glue down good. Of course, you can glue down fabric to the paper. I think you shouldn't have a problem, but it might seep through since it is fabric. Just let it dry out. But you don't have to. But if you do, I think it'd be best just to put the little iron on this little corner. That way, this can be free. But yeah.
All right.